Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And you just teed me right up. So thank you. I know, that table back there. Okay, so I'm going to move this. This is another piece of me being really courageous. So several years ago, Mark and I, actually I think it was about almost 8 years ago, we started practicing Tai Chi. And we started when, right before we got married, and the instructor was, I was taking Kung Fu at the time. And the instructor started on Friday nights. And Mark's like, well, what about happy hour? Like, we're not the biggest partiers in the world, right? But he was like, what about a happy hour? And still here we are, almost 8 years later, and still practicing Tai Chi. And when our teacher, our Sifu, does anybody here practice martial arts? You know, Yat Yi signed up to come, and I was like, oh, that is going to be a really, I know. And I'm like, so she's a black belt martial artist, you know, master level something. Yeah, so super intense, right? I'm not that. I'm not that. But here's the thing. So Mark and I started taking Tai Chi. Those of you who know me know that I am not a person who's about weapons. But did you see what happened to my eyes when I opened this up? And that's what happened the first time too. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to try this. I want to try this, okay? So maybe for 2 years, we've been practicing sword form. Recently, we've just brought it up again. And Tai Chi is very much an internal art. So it's very much about following our attention, having intention. And as you can imagine, two people who are not small with, you know, additional 1 yard blades flailing around the house could be a problem, but we don't flail, right? We have intention, pay attention. And the reason I bring this up in our lives, when we have intention and pay attention, that's where our energy flows, right? And so I would invite you to pay attention. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to, right? And if you notice something, and this is one of the tenets of leadership, self-awareness. I'm talking a lot about self-awareness today because I feel like it's one of those things, one of those leadership characteristics and qualities that we don't often talk about, right? We talk about all the things, all the do's, right? We do this, we network. And I loved when we came in today that nobody said, oh, I want to network. They're like, I want to meet people. I want to be part of a community, yeah? And it's okay if you want to network. I'm not saying don't do that. But it's like, let's be part of a community. Let's be present. Our words create our reality. And if we pay attention, we can create the reality that we want. And we can have whatever we want. Again, when we start in the center, that's in the center of all of us, with love, that's who we are. So yeah, the sword. You want to see me with my sword? Yes. Okay. I got to really breathe on this one because, you know, it's kind of scary. Here we go. Oh, you're scaring me, Melissa. It's okay. Mark's filming me too. So I want you, my hope, my invitation for you this year is that you stay centered as much as you can. Show your gifts, share your gifts, be visible, And when you notice yourself saying, oh, not me, I'm not that, that's not true. Because if not you, then who? Who else? Who else has your gifts and your talent and your experience? You have so much to give and so much to receive. And when you give, you receive. When you receive, you give. And what my hope is for you this year is that you have all that you desire and that you pay attention with intention so that you can make this year the best year, and that we'll celebrate again, and we'll celebrate again, and we'll have this community that can grow and come together. I'm going to pop on the slideshow now that some of you saw at the beginning, but I'll share with you. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Here we go. Oops. We'll start at the beginning. Feel free to help yourself to more food. There's a lot of food. Talk with each other. And here we go. Here's our celebration.